Let me know if anybody can hear me. Alright, so here we are, guys, the 500 subscriber live stream. In case you guys don't know, the reason why I'm not having this on the DCA channel is because of two things. One, I don't have everything set up on my DCA channel yet for streaming like this. Plus, since I'm playing other games, I'll be playing other games later, I kind of want to keep it to this channel, because that's what this channel is for. It's for like other games other than WWE and stuff like that. Plus I'm eating dinner, so but yeah, this is the Q&A stream. Let all your friends know that I'm live right now. I don't know what we're gonna do first, because I'm currently waiting on my games that I just got to install on my PS4. In case you guys are wondering what games I have, I purchased the Batman Return to Arkham because that's what people wanted to see on my Twitter poll, was the Batman Return to Arkham. And also I got Seiren Kagura Estival Versus, which is something I've been looking forward to playing for over a freaking year. So finally I had the money to get it, and now I got it. So I'll be playing a little bit of that, and I'll be doing that on my gaming channel going forward, with like live streams on this and also on my Twitch, but mostly on my Twitch, because I think I'm going to get more on Twitch than anything, just because of the YouTube ad thing. I kind of want to make streaming a regular thing on my gaming channel, the gaming side of things. So outside of DCA stuff, outside the DCA stuff, the gaming channel stuff is going to come back. So if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel, please do. When I make the Twitch channel, I highly suggest you guys to do that, to follow me on that as well, because I'm going to take as much effort as I put into DCA, and I'm going to put it back into my gaming channel also, because that's something that I really want to do. Is I really want to, you know, make a career out of covering games and things like that. And also, it's just fun. I love doing this type of stuff. I love editing. I love you know, making videos and things like that. So, you know, it's something that I've been wanting to do, something I'm going to keep doing as long as I can do it. Let's see, we already got a question. What has been the biggest surprise so far in DCA? The fact that people are still here. No, I'm kidding. I think the biggest surprise is how much it's grown, honestly, because I never thought DCA would be as big as it is now. And now, you know, just seeing that all my effort, all the time that I put into it, has paid off, you know. And it's not just me, you know. It's me, and this is obviously out of character, so I can say what I want. But and I might be adjusting my mic a little bit here too, so excuse me if you hear some like static and stuff, trying to get the mic in the right place. Okay. So, you know, all the people that have helped me with DCA, all the people that have really come along and helped me, whether it be in editing, whether it be trying to get a match together, whether it's making sure that matches are done properly, you know, it's all that really played a factor into how DCA is seen now. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of unbelievable how things have gone, you know. So just being able to know that all the work I've done paid off, you know, is something great, and something that's really eye-opening to me, you know. So, you know, thank you guys for being around, sticking around as long as you have. It really means a lot to me, and it really, you know, a lot of people say that, you know, CAW or virtual wrestling, whatever you want to call it, takes you away from the pressures of real life. You know, a lot of people say that, but for me, I think I really mean that a lot more than a lot of people do. If you really knew my story and everything like that, you'd know that I mean this more. I wouldn't say I mean it more than other people, but I'd say that I mean it a lot more. I'd say I'd mean it just as much. I'd say let me say that. I mean it just as much as everybody else that says it too. That this is really taking off, you know. Let's see. We got another question here. And yeah, James, I agree. The best games are the ones that you wait on, and I've been waiting on that for over a year, so I can't wait to play that once it installs in a few minutes. That'll be the first thing I do. That'll be the first time I actually touch that game ever. Let's see. Hey, Speed King. Nice to see you in here, man. What is the greatest moment in DCA? He's not in here yet. I don't know if he will be in there. But if you guys remember, I don't think there's a greatest moment. I think there's like a number of great moments. Actually, let me simulate a match here for you guys, because this is getting boring just looking at the title screen. Let's see. Let me put you and you. All right, just so we can get a match to pass the time. Back to what I was saying. I don't think there is a single great moment, because there's been a lot of those, and I don't really want to make one better than the other. So I'd say one of the best moments, and like I said, he's not out here. He's not in this chat yet. He's not in the stream yet. I hope he is eventually. But the time when it was the first redemption, and I don't know if anybody remembers this, but the first redemption was when this guy Anthony Lewis faced Casey Gordon in a Hell in a Cell, and there was one spot in that match where Casey Gordon tossed Anthony Lewis from the top of the Hell in a Cell. They were both on the top of the Hell in a Cell, and Anthony got tossed in the air through the hole in the cell and to the ground. Now, and you've probably seen this in all the Video Game Wrestling Network commercials. The loud screech, the loud yell that Malik did in that match when that spot happened is one of the best moments ever, because that was completely unexpected. I didn't expect it. Nobody expected it, especially when we were here's a funny story. When we were first doing the planning, when I was first doing the planning for that match way back, I told him the spot and he said okay, and he didn't think, you know, he had that that tone in his voice that made it seem like he wasn't going to, like, it wasn't as bad as I made it sound when I told him. And then I actually did it, and I showed him, and it happened, and he screamed at the top of his lungs in a way that even to this day nobody even knows that it's him until I tell them it's him. And it's like, wow, you know, that was one of the best moments ever. Yeah, James, he landed on steel steps. He landed on the steel steps. Hold on, I'm sharing the link to the stream on the DCA page on Facebook. Yeah, Charles, here's the thing about that match. After the end of it, you know, even now, I think a lot of people, well, Malik told me when we finished that match, he said, you know Casey should have won that match, right? I'm like, yeah, he probably should have. Because I was going back and I was thinking about it a few months later, and you know, now it's like, you can't really go back and change it, obviously, you know, but you can go back and watch how great that match was. But at the same time, it's like you kind of figure that he should have won that match. After that spot, he probably should have did the tombstone pile driver and then probably ended the match after that. So, you know, it's a thing where it was my mistake. It was back. And granted, remember, this is like a few months into DCA, so it's like I'm still getting used to booking and making right decisions on matches and things like that. So, you know, and that kind of thing. So, me making the mistake of having Casey win the match instead of having Anthony win the match, instead of Casey winning the match, it's kind of on me. You know, that's kind of my fault. So, you know, that's something that I still kind of regret a little bit. But in the same time, seeing where they both are now, it kind of, you know, really doesn't make much of a difference one way or the other at this point. So, I'll get back to more great moments in a minute. How long does it take for you to put a show together? Yeah, I was just about to answer that question. How long it takes depends on how much time I put in to do scenes and matches and things like that. Because things change a lot with the booking and stuff. Sometimes it sticks to one plan, and other times we have to change things last minute. So I guess it depends. Just recently, I think it's taken like 2 days, a day and a half at least, because I gotta put all the matches together, then I gotta put it all together in editing, and then I gotta wait for it to render. So all that takes at least a day or two. But that's if I have a full day to record and things like that. And granted, all the stuff is already booked through the rest of the season. So all I gotta do is connect the dots on where everything else goes. So, you know, that's really all I have to do. So I have it a little bit easier because I actually have all of my matches planned. Well, not matches, but I have all the storylines planned. So with all the storylines planned out, it's easier for me to figure out what match will go where. And then it takes not too long to record the matches and edit them down. Now, the only thing also that would take a while to make the editing process longer is if I have a really good match and it goes a lot longer than I thought, and I had to cut that match down a few minutes or so, because you can't have matches too long in a regular episode like Takedown, as opposed to like a mega event. You know, you can't have a 30-minute classic unless it's important on a Takedown Whereas you can get away with it on a mega event because it's a mega event. You know, you're going to save your biggest matches for that. So, my advice is to not have too many big matches, you know, too many long matches on your actual shows, because then, you know, there's no point in having mega events if you're going to have 2-hour shows every show you have like every time you have a show like Takedown, you know. Hey, Smokey's in here. The Astra storyline, yeah, that's one of my favorite storylines that's going on right now. One of my favorite storylines going on right now is definitely Astra. By the way, if you guys aren't subscribed to Smoked Out Gaming, please subscribe to that channel. Like, I'm telling you from personal experience, Smokey has put a lot of effort into his channel in the last couple of weeks, and he deserves a little bit of credit for that. Well, actually, he deserves a lot of credit for that. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Smoked Out Gaming, go and subscribe. He's had some great interviews on the Smoke Room. So, everybody that's in this chat, go and subscribe to Smoked Out Gaming if you're not already. I'll still be here. Just, you know, open up a new tab, go to Smoked Out Gaming and subscribe to him. I'm telling you right now, you won't regret it. He's putting in the work, man. Let's see here. You guys can still hear me, right? I just want to make sure of that. Make sure that the microphone didn't cut out or whatever. Okay. Yeah, this match is pretty good. I almost wish this was on a Takedown episode now, because this match is pretty darn good. Of course, I'm not going to be playing this for long, because as soon as Sarah and Kagra uploads, as soon as I get that notification, I'm playing that. So if you guys are a fan of that, you know, stick around. It'll be my first time, so it'll be my first time playing it, so you might get a kick out of that at least. The fact that I'm playing it for the first time ever on the stream. And then Batman Return to Arkham will be the last thing I do tonight. But yeah, Astra storyline, and it's not over yet. What happened at Redemption is just the icing on the cake. It's not over by a long shot. So keep watching DCA, and there's a lot of good stuff coming from the Astra storyline, definitely. Let's see. Oh, Brandon Wolf might take it. Yep. That was a good match. That was a really good match. Charles, let me tell you about the Revy storyline real quick, alright? That storyline is probably the best thing going right now. I had legit, I did not expect what I did after the way I booked the ending of Redemption. I did not expect that whatsoever. So the fact that all this is going on, you know, because of something that, you know, was booked and it happened and whatever, I love that. I absolutely love that. That is awesome, man. You can't begin to imagine how much joy I have just seeing everything that's going on in that. Yeah, James, I believe it. It probably is one of the greatest storylines in all of COD. And coming from me, who's only been in this for 4 years. You know, so let's see. Alright. Let me check and see how the downloads are doing. Let's see. If you guys don't know, I'm checking to see how long these okay, let's see. Alright, so what I might end up doing is I might end up playing Arkham Knight until these games download. That might be what I end up doing, which is fine. I might do another stream on Monday. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I might end up doing.